back again. So honestly, this video was impromptu.
Yes.
But we thought, you know what? Because we're from the same brokerage, why don't we talk about why we joined this brokerage?
Exactly.
So, we didn't even do the intro. Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Tory and I. I'm a licensed realtor with eXp and I run my own YouTube channel called Tory and Realty.
Hi guys, and my name is Christianah. I also run a YouTube channel called Christianah Fash, and I'm also a realtor with eXp Realty as well in Canada. I cater to the GTA and surrounding areas as well.
And then I cater to Hamilton mostly, but really all around as well.
Yes, the GTA.
So you guys would have probably seen by now, we've done a couple videos already, and this one we just thought of last minute and said, you know what, we're at the same brokerage, we might as well talk about why we chose to join it.
Exactly.
So we kind of started from two different journeys. I came to eXp straight out of finishing Humber School. So right out of real estate school, I came to eXp. And Christianah came from another brokerage and then came over to eXp.
Exactly. So it's different because I already had an experience from one brokerage, and then I saw how beneficial the switch was for me and my partner as well, who is in the profession with me. So we decided to switch to eXp right after a couple of months. And that was also during the pandemic that was, plaguing everyone in 2020. So we'll just get right into it, right?
Yeah, and even with that, we're both with eXp. I've decided to take the route of joining on a team, and then Christianah and her partner have decided to be a solo agent with eXp. So
exactly,
you guys are gonna get some good stuff today.
Yes.
So let me start. So with me, when I was in school, I started looking for brokerages in course 2. So I started pretty early on, and I had made my decision by the time I was in course 4. So I had interviewed at 5 different brokerages.
That's
so
good.
With me, I said I wanted to get a good grasp of what is out there. I interviewed, I don't know if I should say the names. Or leave it out.
You can leave it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I interviewed at a bunch of different brokerages. I said I interviewed at traditional brokerages. I interviewed at big name brands. I did small name brands. I even interviewed at a brokerage that not a lot of realtors like, a very non-traditional brokerage, which is a discount brokerage, I'll say that. So the point is, I just wanted to get an experience of it all so that I can make the best decision for me and how I wanted to do my business. So in doing all of those, I came really close to deciding one brokerage, which was a family-run brokerage, a small one. And I really wanted to have that feel because I'm a big family person and I wanted my work environment to be the same. So I wanted to feel close to my colleagues, have that support system and everything. And I was about to go with them, but then the one thing that stopped me was because I love them and their morals and everything, how they do their business, but they were far in the GTA. And with me being in Hamilton, I would have, the way that it worked, I wouldn't be able to have access to the Hamilton listings and be on their brokerage. I would have to subscribe to 2 boards when I'm first licensed, and I didn't want to have that big carrying cost. And they were really nice about it, and they told me, I wouldn't suggest that you start off your career like that. It's going to be a lot in the beginning. So
that's a lot of expense already just off the back. So yeah.
So in any event, eXp came up and it just blew me out of the water. The main things that stood out for me was the technology. So they really have state-of-the-art technology. Their CRM system is amazing. Their training. So the multiple hours of training. Training that they have, the weekly training sessions, and then even more training. Like, it's just training on training on training on training.
And they're always there. The training sessions are always there.
There's always some. From 6 o'clock in the morning, you can book training sessions right until 9 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
So it really can fit your lifestyle. So the technology, the training, the mentorship. I knew I wanted to have a good mentor to help me in my first year while I get used to it. And then the last thing was the streams of income.
Yes.
So for me, I saw this as a retirement plan.
It really is.
I knew I didn't want to work every day for the rest of my life. I don't even want to work until like the typical retirement age. I want to be able to retire early.
Exactly.
So I said, you know what? This company seems like it's going to have the right platform for me to do that. And with it being like a non-traditional brokerage, because it's virtual, there's no physical offices. So I knew it would be taking a chance, but I said, you know what? I'd rather take that chance in the beginning of my career, try it out, and if it doesn't work, I can always go to a traditional brokerage.
Exactly.
Versus doing a traditional brokerage and then losing out on the stock awards, the equity, the referrals, like so much time. I'm like, let me just go all in, try it. And I've loved it ever since.
For me, I found out about eXp it was during the time when I was taking my exams in 2019. At that point, they had, I'm not even sure how many like agents they already had in Canada at that point. But I was just like searching up different brokerages and different names. And then I came about eXp. And then I was like, oh, okay, this seems cool. Just because the one thing that stood out to me then was the fact that they, if you are an agent here in Canada, you can also practice in the States as well, because they also have an extension in the States. That was what I saw then. And then I think at that point, I just saw that you would have to take like maybe an exam, like a licensing exam for the area you want to specialize in. And that was like the one thing I was like, because I have family in the States, and I was thinking if I wanted to go visit, maybe I wanted to work, someone wanted to do something and potentially would get clients there, I could work there as well, right? So that was one thing that was like, but then when I now I think just with time and with doing my exams, like writing all the exams, and then it now came to the point whereby my partner and I had to like start thinking, okay, so what brokerages are we thinking? And then because we don't know anyone at eXp, so let's not care too much about that. Then we had an interview with the brokerage that we eventually joined, and they were more of like one of the agents that was bringing us on was a family friend of my partner. So it was more family oriented. And because we were going to be joining her, it was just, even though I had already spoken to someone at another brokerage, I think I just interviewed about 2 brokerages and I decided which one I wanted to join. The connection already that we already had with the team lead made it more comfortable and made it more of like an experience that we were looking forward to. So I'm guessing like just from there, we decided, okay, we're going to join this brokerage. And then I was also open to moving and relocating from where I was. I used to live in Ottawa. So I was open to moving down, and just joining that brokerage and the team made a lot of sense to us, because we're thinking, even if the brokerage fees are this, and this, by the time we start, with the good training that we're going to be getting, all the connections, our sphere of influence, just getting the word out, I already felt like, don't worry, we're gonna make the money back and we're gonna be able to like just maintain everything. But then when COVID hits,
things went south.
Okay, not south like that. I'm just talking about the expenses. Because
finances.
Yes, because we joined the team. It was a very good team that we joined, a very good brokerage. They were very helpful when we had questions. The brokerage was tailored towards experienced agents. So they had more experienced agents, and our team lead was basically our mentor, our team lead, everything that we needed and much more. She was always there for us, training us and stuff. All the trainings that we needed, she was the one providing for us. We're shadowing her. But when the pandemic hit and the lockdown hit, we couldn't go out as much anymore, right? We couldn't even really go out, right? So that was where the problem started. We were not able to shadow anymore, but we did have, phone calls and team meetings whenever, every week. So we're always in constant communication. But the one thing that did it for us was that when in the middle of the year, we started, we follow a YouTuber that actually, talks a lot about real estate. He's a realtor as well, but he talks a lot about real estate things. And he had recently just switched his brokerage. And he made a video about eXp, telling us a little bit more about it. And everything that he said, even things that we had never heard at that point, when we talk about the stock opportunities, the opportunities you get when you put money into stock with the company, you actually have it as a retirement. You can use it as a retirement savings plan when you're, retiring, because you're basically what's
you're
the word?
Investing into your future,
exactly,
like without even like.
Without even trying.
Exactly.
Because it's like you just get a certain percentage of your monthly, of your income, whatever income you get, exactly, that goes towards your stock. And that way you're just putting money away for a rainy day whenever you need to withdraw the money. So that was one thing that really did it for us, because we're also looking for how else can we make money, what other ways can we make passive income. And that was one
streams of income.
Exactly.
We all learned that we need that in the pandemic.
Exactly. So that was just something that, that, as well as other reasons that, other reasons why eXp is really, really a very good brokerage. When we talk about the stocks, we talk about the trainings. The trainings, when you said it, I was like, yes, because there's always trainings going on in the world. We have this virtual world called eXp World that all agents have access to. So because we're not a traditional brokerage that, we have a brick and mortar building or brokerage, we get to go into something that is virtual as well, and it's called the world. We all just have avatars and then, we talk to each other there. So that's we have auditoriums where we actually go and have classes or have trainings with instructors, or if we need help with anything, we can just go into the world and
talk to IT.
Exactly.
When the whole pandemic happened and everything was shut down, and traditional brokerages, nobody can go into the office, nobody could do tradings, nobody knew how to do deals or anything, in the pandemic, eXp, not one single meeting was canceled. Not one single meeting was delayed.
Wow,
because everything was already online. So it's eXp was already ahead of the game, even pre-pandemic. So I think that just speaks to their innovation and the technology that they have and the way that they're doing business. I want to say it's the real estate business of the future.
Yes, it actually is. It actually is. And one fun fact is that if you had a meeting with a client and maybe you didn't have Zoom, for example, right? You can actually give your clients a guest pass. They can come into the world and also meet with you. Yes.
I didn't even think of that. Okay, yes.
I know. They can come into the world, get an avatar dressed up just like them, and walk around and explore the world, and actually, meet with you somewhere. And you guys can just sit down and talk. You can pick a park. You can pick anything,
Have you gone
anywhere.
to the pirate ship yet?
No, I've been trying to get it.
I haven't gone to it yet, but I need to. That's on my list of things. So you mentioned international, so that's one thing I want to touch on. So eXp is an international brokerage. There's no franchises, there's no franchise fees, there's no desk fees or anything like that. And because it's an international platform, we have so much collaboration going on. So it's funny how you mentioned Florida. So I forget her name, and I'm not going to be able to look it up, but there is one realtor who was living in Canada, had her license here, and then she moved to Florida. And then all she had to do was get the Florida exam, and then she's trading real estate in Florida now. She's still in the same company, still the same branding and everything, but now she can go international.
That's good.
My team lead, Dustin, he obviously lives here. He lives in London, but he went to Mexico for 3 weeks on kind of vacation, but it was a business trip because we have agents out in Mexico. So he can go out there and do networking, do business, get used to the market, purchase whatever real estate or whatever it be. But he was doing all of that in Mexico, and all he needed was an internet connection. And he was still running our team meetings. We have our regular team meetings. He does interviews and everything that he needs to, because you just work from your computer.
Exactly.
So literally all you need is a computer,
Wi-Fi,
or just a mobile device and Wi-Fi. That's all you need. And you can do business literally anywhere in the world.
Very efficient.
Yes. Yeah, number one, realtors and other companies are all just flooding into eXp, and I think one of the reasons too is, one, we have really low fees, so it helps to keep your costs low, but also two, they allow you to have that creativity with your branding and how you do your business. So a lot of people have like even my leader Dustin and my sponsor Stacey Creer, they used to run their own brokerages. And you have the ability to come over to eXp and basically keep all your same branding, colors, and slogans and stuff, and just put on the eXp, add in the eXp
logo. As a new agent, you need to make sure that you're going for a brokerage that supports you 100%, because there's some brokerages that don't that cater mostly to experienced agents. They don't have they might have trainings here and there, but they might not have that time to be with you one-on-one. But even though eXp, we have the trainings available. It's not like someone is saying, okay, now here is the time for you to take this. No one is you can get spoon-fed if you want to. If you have a mentor, if you have a sponsor that actually is there, hands-on with you, right? And also you can also be there and might not have someone that, if you're not interacting with your mentor or sponsor, you might not know what to do. But at the same time, the brokerage offers a lot of training, right? And they would give you a calendar of the training times, everything, weekly updates. We have this workplace chat that we actually all talk communicate on. So from that one, they're able to communicate with you that, okay, it's like a Facebook group, right?
It's our own Facebook just for eXp agents.
And at least
internationally. So there's tens of thousands of agents on there.
Yes, so you can at least see what's going on there. And okay, this is when I'm going to join this training class. They'll post it there so you can actually get reminded. So just go there, explore whatever you need to learn, go to the world, learn it, and you're good. You might not even need a one-on-one time with the mentor, because the training is there, and the instructors are also there for you to speak to if you have questions or anything like that. So that's always good for first-time agents, because even me as last year I had to go on there to learn a couple of things, because I was just more of okay, I don't know, how do you do this? How do you do that? Oh, you have this situation with this client. Okay, let me see what is available based off of this for me.
And that's another reason why I chose eXp, is because of the culture. Again, that's something I wanted to have incorporated in my business and the company that I choose. eXp is very supportive. They, I want to say, they specialize in new agents. They have so many trainings on how to start real estate, how to start your business, how to build your socials, how to figure out what a lead is, how to find leads. It just has everything from the basics. So I knew that this was definitely okay. So that's our impromptu conversation. Those are the reasons why we joined eXp. That's how we found out about eXp. This is how we're living it right now. And honestly, someone asked me the other day, are you going to stay with this brokerage? And I said, I will retire here. I will be here when I retire early. It'll be because I'm an eXp agent. So,
yes, because I'm not seeing what eXp offers at some brokerages. I think when you mentioned earlier that you wanted to try it out and see if you liked it, then you stay. If not, you'd move out. You would move out and go somewhere else. That was the same thing as me, that I had as well, because I was just thinking because at some point, you're looking at some of these brokerages and you're like, this is very cute. I like their whole vibe. They give you this, even without you even doing any transaction, if you just say you're a part of this brokerage, some people might just, depending on if people know what brokerage you're with, some people might just see you as, oh, you're this type of agent, they might already have a good impression of you. And I was thinking am I cutting myself short, or what's the word?
Yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah, if I don't join these brokerages, or if I don't give it a chance, because I know this is a popular brokerage or this or that. But at the end of the day, I realized, that it's more about you as an agent and your branding, other than, the brokerage that you're a part of.
And someone said that to me, and I've even heard just people, before I got into real estate, I've heard people say they only deal with realtors from I'll say Remax, or only deal with realtors from Century 21 or Keller Williams or whatever the brokerage. So there are people like that where branding is very important to them, and they're only going to choose realtors from certain high top names. But someone made a good point. I can't reword it properly, but they said the percentage of those people are so low. Or if that's how those people want to choose who they work with, leave them to that. Because they may say, oh, they want someone from the big brand. They get someone from the big brand and they won't be able to do as good of a job as someone else
That's
different
true.
brands. So don't rely on the brand. Focus more on the quality and what you're getting out of it and how that brand is going to support your business.
Exactly, because that is the 100, like that is the most important thing. How are you going to get supported by that brokerage compared to just going with the brokerage because of the name? Like some of them might not cater to new first-time agents, right? And they, if they're actually caring about you, they would tell you, you know, oh, I don't think this would be the good place, the best place for you. I think maybe going to, they could even refer you to somewhere else, right? But sometimes, you know, some people might just be looking out for themselves and just like selling you all the things. And what if you start with them and then you don't actually get any of these things, or you don't get as much as you expected to get? Then that's also shortchanging yourself, because you could even get signed to a contract that says you're going to be here for 2 years. If you're there for 2 years and maybe if you decide to leave, you have to pay back something, then, you know, you could have joined somewhere else instead of you joining them and having to pay back some things, right? It all just, you know.
Honestly, now that you mention it, that's another reason why I joined eXp, because you're not signing any contract, any like length contract. If you join the company and you don't like it, 3 months later, you can move.
You can leave.
You can leave
whenever.
Other brokerages, I had one student reach out to me saying they're going to join this one brokerage and they had to join a team that was a 50-50 split, and they had to be on the team for at least 3 years. Just starting off in real estate. I was like, you better run. You better run from that.
I just realized that I didn't mention that, you know, for us, one of the reasons why we also wanted to leave was not just because, oh, eXp, you know, came out like, oh, we're like a new brokerage, sure, we're out. We really liked our brokerage. It was just when we figured out that the split, the cost that was included. Well, how am I saying this? If we compare the amount of money that we had to spend at eXp compared to the amount of money that we had to spend at our traditional brokerage, this was cheaper than the traditional brokerage. So it just made better sense, right? Sometimes for experienced agents, people are joining all these traditional brokerages every time, right? But for them, they probably could afford to just be dishing out a certain amount every month. Yeah, exactly. If you're
okay, I think we talk, clearly we can talk all day about this.
I know.
But yeah, honestly, I think all in all, eXp is a one-of-a-kind brokerage.
Yes.
I haven't seen one out there that has everything that eXp does have together. So
yes,
definitely something to check out. If you're in the courses and doing interviews, reach out to one of us and just talk to us about eXp, and we'll let you know kind of our we'll give you the extended story if you want. Yes. But we'll just give you the high level reasons, like the details and things involved. So
yeah, feel free to reach out to us. Like Tory has mentioned, we would love to connect with you, and even just to talk more. If it's that you're trying to do your research, you know, definitely check out everything that you can check out before deciding, because it's not an easy decision sometimes for some people. Sometimes it's like, sold, I'm joining, right? But sometimes you're more of like, you like to cross your T's and dot your I's before deciding. So for sure, take your time. For sure.
And I think that's it for this video.
Yes, and I'm also on Instagram at Christianah Fash, and YouTube as well as Christianah Fash. So please follow, like, and subscribe and join our family.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Yes, bye.